welcome to another of my YouTube videos on Rung Their Life is Art. This is a design project for Tsunami Rose. I'm sorry I've been absent this year. I've not been well and we've had a couple of bereavements in the family, hence the delay in getting my January project to you. So what I decided to do was I've combined my January project, which was the Valentine's kit, and the February design team project together into this one chunky little journal. The February design team project was to use papers from our stash, so what I've done is I've used a number of different kits that I am lucky enough to own from Tsunami Rose Designs. So without too much delay, we'll get straight into it. This is the journal that I created. It's got a mount board cover. It's a chunky little thing there, as you can see. It's approximately, I think it was about 7.5, about 7.5 inches by 6 inches, with a spine measuring about 1 3/4 on the main curve, and from the other edge I'd say about 2 to 2.5. It's got 3 signatures. It's a hidden spine, and it does that. You do need to just push it in a little because of the way I've done it. Curved spine, like I was saying. 116 pages in 3 signatures, which gives you 232 sides. And there's an additional 12 envelope pages, which gives you another 24 sides. And there's 6 flip pages as well. So you've got a lot of space for journaling in this. This front cover, I've used some wallpaper, and then this is on a tracing paper. I printed out a couple of pages which I shrank down from the Jane Austen kit. Inside I've used an image from Kirsty's Designs on Etsy, but that was just to show you that you can slot in a photograph of your own, and you've got some journaling space here with the lines as well, so that just slots right in. You could flip it over and add your own picture on the other side, or even cover this picture, and then that just tucks under the lace, so it's like a little hidden spot. It also has this hidden space here, so you can write a message to anyone and pop that in. Just a thin pink card which I've distressed. It comes with a metal book plate here, and then I found this button that I'd purchased in a D-stash, and that it's a cupid when I had to just sew off the back hoop and stick that on. Eyelet closure with organza ribbon. Back I've used the same concept again. That was the other side of the double page, printed on tracing paper, and again that comes out so you can replace it with a photograph instead. You don't even have to have anything in there if you don't want. It's just I thought it'd look nice with the photograph behind and a little bit of writing there. And again, there's the card there for another hidden message. It's got some crochet lace along there. I've added book corners on. There's this on the side abroad, and I've added a little charm onto there, which clips off as well if you wanted to move it away onto something else. It's just a little heart. There's a key, some beads, and a couple of love charms there. I wasn't sure about what to name the journal. I was thinking of J'adore, but I didn't end up writing anything, so you can write what you want on that, because it doesn't have to be used for Valentine. It could be for any time, I think, the way it works. On the side as well, got 6 paper clips, and they all have a little heart charm dangling off them. You can just see 3 up there, and there's 3 along the bottom. I've done a lot of sewing in this, so there's lots of lace. I'm just trying to think what else there was. I think there's approximately 56 or maybe a little more tags in here. There's 9 doilies as well. I've used a mixture of heart doilies and circle doily, paper doilies. So going into this, just make sure you can see it all. I've got a crochet lace pocket there. I've used some more wallpaper background there that I've stitched around. So it's a map. I just thought it'd be nice like for a travel journal style as well. That's from the Valentine kit, a library card. That's just from some scrapbook paper. I think it's by Paper Mania botanical range. That's a double journal card that I've left as a little flip book with journaling space inside. That's from the Valentine kit, and I like the forget-me-not and the dove on that side. I really like these large ATCs because you can use them as pages as well, or you can shrink them down even more and use them as tags. I almost forgot this one. That's the telegrams from the Valentine range as well. But again, you don't have to wait for Valentine. You can use these for anniversaries and wedding albums as well. They'd look just as good in them. This is from the Life Abloom kit. I've got some stitching going on as well, machine stitching and some lace there. Used a coffee filter for pockets, and this isn't from a different, actually I think this one's from the Valentine kits as well, sealed with the case. You could have them as 2 journaling cards, but I decided to leave it as a little flip book. I was going to embellish the pocket, but then I thought it would make another nice writing spot there. This I purchased in a D-stash on a craft group from Facebook, but I've added that as a little tuck spot there. You could stick a picture as well, or you could add some notebook paper and write on there. Left the other side plain. This doily was slightly larger, so what I've done is I've folded them in. So if you wanted to use it as a pocket, you just needed to add a little bit of glue or tape there and stick it down, and you've got yourself another pocket. Tried to use a mixture of coloured paper in this as well, so that's some blue paper. That's from the Jane Austen set, printed on tracing paper. That's some tea stained paper that I folded over and used a Martha Stewart punch on, and it contains some mason jars, which are also from Tsunami Rose's kits on her Etsy store, and just a plain index card for some more journaling spot. There's your first coloured paperclip with the heart charm, pink lined paper. Now I know some people like the lines on the top, but I like having them on the bottom, so in case you're trying to budget something, keep a note, I kind of like it because you can use it as a total at the end. Sorry, there's some more coloured lace there. This page is from the Rose Provision freebie kit on Tsunami Rose's blog, and on the other side that's from the Valentine kit. I've done a lot of double printing in this one as well, which is something I didn't used to do a lot of. Some squared paper there, another of the scrapbook papers. These tickets come with the Valentine's kits, and I've just left 3 together and used it as a pocket. Just some brown packing paper, lace and stitching. These, I think I shrunk these down as far as I can remember, but I'm not sure, but they look as nice as journal cards or as pages like I've used here. That's why I used the cupid button on the front, because there's quite a few images. That's one of the distressed paper kits from Tsunami Rose. I've left that plain so you can stick a picture there or do some journaling. That's some scrapbook paper that I had left over, so I just added a tag, like a file folder, using my envelope punch board. That's from the same botanical scrapbook papers. Green sheet there, that's from the Valentine range. You can shrink them down as well and use them as journal cards. I think that's from the Rose Provision freebie kit as well. On Tsunami Rose's blog, some graph paper with lace. I'll talk you through more details on this first signature, but the others are similar style. That's Life's Abloom. That's from the Valentine kits. This is a heart doily that I just stitched on, so you've got a pocket here. And that's from the Valentine's one. Another flip book there. You could cut them up and have 2 journaling cards if you wanted. And this is some of the flip up pages. It actually comes out from a diary that I altered, so I just cut off the dates from the side and used it up here, considering as it's a junk journal, so just some washi tape along the top. Inside you've got another telegram. Space for journaling at the back. You can add a lot more things into there, and you can even journal or add a picture under there as well. That's another of the pages that I actually cut up, and I thought it looked nice on the envelope. These are some planner sheets from the Valentine's kit. So you just write a month, year, and you've got your days. I've used them as pages instead of journaling cards this time. That's another one of those small cards with the distressed papers printed on the back. Some kids' craft paper. That's from Life's Abloom and the centre of the signature, and I've added those beads on. It's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So going the other way, there's a doily. I don't think I did it as a double, no, it's not a double tuck spot, so it's just got a library card in there, but space to tuck in more things on that side as well. I've just pinned those extra tickets that I had left over from the Valentine's kit. So you could fold them up so you could stick it down so they're in an accordion fold and come up. Or if you wanted more pockets, you can stick them down for more pockets. I just thought I'd leave that for you to do what you wanted. That's the other side of that planner sheet. The other page that I added on the envelope, that's just got a green index card in it. And another flip page there with the washi tape on the top. Pink paper, that's the other side of the heart doily. I thought it was nice. I didn't stick it down or anything. Could have done a double tuck spot for some smaller tags if I stitched it along the middle. But I thought, in case you wanted to actually write on that for a different texture. These are some gorgeous things to do from the Valentine's kit. That's from the Life's Abloom. Graph paper, Rosette Provision freebie kit from the blog, the Valentine kit, scrapbook paper again. I love the flowers on this. I've got a pink index card in that. It's from the Valentine kit. You've got your tickets as well. Squared paper, that's from the Valentine kit. I think there was just a few of the telegram ones which I didn't use. That's the Rosette Provision, the other side of the lined paper. Oh, there's these gorgeous envelopes as well that Daisy's created, and I've used them as just flip outs. And that's your note paper, note cards inside. You could cut them up into 2 and use them as journaling spots as well. Journal cards, stick them on some card if you wanted them a bit more stiffer. And then that's the other side, the flap of the envelope. I just stitched it down, so you've got a tuck spot on this side. An envelope coin with another mason jar inside, so you can journal on the envelope as well. Or if you wanted to, you could stick them down either on 2 sides and you have another tuck spot and do what you wanted with that. That's the other side of the tracing paper with the Jane Austen papers from the Jane Austen kit. Again, the folded large doily if you wanted another pocket. It's from the scrapbook papers and the journaling spot. I only glued the lace onto there, but I've stitched along here. Now this, I created these, I was just playing around with these. What I did was I was inspired by Abloom with her tip-in pages of fabrics. I wanted that, but I wanted to do something a little different. So I had some OHP projector sheets transparency papers left, so I actually stitched that on like that. So I've got a couple of pockets you could put in washi samples into there, so when you're journaling you've got something in there, or you can tuck journal cards. And on this side you could actually pin things as well because of the fabric. So that's just something I've not actually seen anyone do that, so I'm sorry if somebody has done it and I'm not giving credit to them, but I've not seen anyone do it. That's just something I came up with. So I hope you like that idea. And you can see as well through here what you've got in there. I guess if you put in buttons or anything, you could fold it over and just add a little washi tape to keep it closed and keep the items in. And this is the second signature. And that's the Life's a Bloom kit. It's all the same again. I did have a little bit of an accident there. I actually stitched that in. I didn't realise I'd left it in the pocket when I was trying to plan out my pages. That's your tuck spot there. Try flipping through it quicker because it's pretty much the same. This one done with the envelope punch board again. I really like how all the kits have worked so well with each other, because there's at least 4 or 5 different kits and items from the Etsy store that I've used in this. And they blend in so well. Like this, that's the distressed paper kits. Then you've got the Life of Bloom kit, the Jane Austen kit, the Rosette Provision. So I hope I'm saying that right, but you'll find it on the blog. There's a whole journal that's free. That's a little ribbon bookmark I added in. And you've got the Valentine's kit as well. I'm sure there's a few of the bits and bobs as well that I've included. That's a really good thing about these kits, how well they blend in with each other. I don't know, I can't remember if I added any of the music papers from her. It's one of her other kits in her store. If I find I haven't, and I find room anywhere else, I might add a couple of those in. But my apologies in advance if it's not added in. I'll probably add them into the envelopes or something. That's another of the flip outs. I'll just leave that in, but that's another card. Took a spot there again with another of the mason jars. There's mason jars for different themes as well, so if you wanted something a bit different, you can have a look in Daisy's Etsy store for that. She has regular updates on Facebook pages as well. There's a fan page. All the links will be included at the bottom. That's the other side of that transparency sheet with the stitched on lace. That's some really gorgeous lace which I got from our local store. On to the third signature. That's Life's a Bloom again. Took spot in a different place again. This will be up for sale on my Etsy store. I'll be advertising it on a few of the Facebook groups as well. If anybody's interested in purchasing it. I was going to back some of these on craft cards, but it's already got quite bulky, which is, I think that's the reason I didn't end up adding the music papers in, to be honest. I'm sure if you took all the tacks out it wouldn't be as bulky. I have still been doing some crafts in between while I've been resting and the other things. It's just a matter of a few final touches to add. I've got a few of the unfinished projects that I've been working on that I'll also be finishing, and there'll probably be some Tsunami Rose items in that as well. Planner sheets. These are really good, and there's lots of themed ones and floral ones, so they can work any time of the year or for events. Other things to do list. These are also good when you cut them down in smaller, and you could create a little flip book as well, or if you're doing an altered notebook, they'd be good in them. And I've just used regular copier paper. I think it was 80 GSM, and that's just printed on both sides, and it's come out quite nice. But the quality of the prints is even better if you use matte photo papers. I like a slightly distressed look in mine. I find they're more popular if I'm offering it to someone for a swap off sale, which is what I do. You can see it's just stitched on there from the flap. That's the tea stained paper again. I didn't do a lot of distressing or stamping in this because I wanted it to be more of a writing journal. Doily again that you could stick down and create another pocket if you need another pocket. And on these you can write on these, or you could just add a bit of notebook paper onto there if you wanted. And again you can write on that. It's got a lovely texture, it's that coffee filter. That's one of my favourite pages from Life's Abloom kit. And the back pocket's similar to the front, it's stitched on as well, and that's the map wallpaper that I've used from the scrapbook. Another library card, and that's another envelope that was left over which I didn't use in my signatures. I love roses and florals. Gorgeous prints. Now I didn't end up using the paper flowers for embellishments, but could easily do that. You could easily buy them from Daisy's store and add them in as well. It lays flat with the hinge system that I've used, the hidden hinge system, so there'll be no problem when you come to writing. Can easily be done, and like I said, you might just need to push that back in case this inner spine pops up a bit, but it's for ease for when you're writing flat. So that's the nice little chunky journal that I'm created. I hope you all like it, and thank you very much again, Daisy, for your patience with me getting this out. Hope you all like it. And please like, subscribe, and pop over to my Etsy shop as well. Thank you very much. Bye.